So why don't we, we'll jump in. It looks like we've got about 36 people on right now. What I'd like to do, first of all, is apologize that this meeting got moved. I'm sorry for the last minute that this got moved, but it was out of my control. So thank you everybody for jumping on. And I hope you can make it through without getting the late afternoon blues and falling out on us. So anyhow, this is a really cool tool that we're about to introduce you guys to. So I think I may have mentioned this on one of the all staffs, but over the last several weeks, we have been doing a survey with all of our readership base across the entire Illinois group. And we brought on Pulse Research that conducted all of this surveying for us. And the cool thing is we got a response of over 1,200 people that responded to a survey that could take up to 20 minutes to take. So that is, as you guys know, with us doing contesting and stuff now, that's quite an accomplishment. And as John will get into in a few minutes, anything over 400 respondents in a market is fantastic. And the whole idea of this was trying to find out new shopping habits with everything going on in the world today. We wanted to be able to give you guys marketing data that is relevant, up to date, and actionable that you could utilize right after we get done here. So with that, I'd like to introduce you to John Marling. He is with Pulse Research, and he is going to take it away from here.
Well, thank you very much, Jason. I sure appreciate it. On behalf of the Pulse team, we very much appreciate the opportunity to join your team. You know, obviously, these are very unusual. Who would have thought it would, first of all, would have a pandemic like this? But my gosh, it's the new normal seems to be ongoing uncertainty. But as Jason said, we've got a cool tool for you. It's very, very applicable and appropriate for your world today. So this is a resource and an opportunity for you. A couple of quick thoughts. Obviously, and I just want to reaffirm, the pandemic has changed everything. There's ongoing uncertainty now, which seems to be the new norm, as I said a second ago. What's worked before isn't necessarily going to be as effective in today's new reality. And frankly, for the foreseeable future, it's not going to be business as usual. You know, the COVID pandemic has frankly guaranteed that. And so one of the basic fundamental realities is that every business in your community is facing uncertainty. We're coming into the fall now. And as you know, we're starting to see additional flare-ups of the pandemic at colleges, schools, etc. And so the bottom line is we've developed a tool and a resource for you that is going to be extremely helpful to you. But also, and I want to state this, I was an ad rep once many years ago, and I founded Pulse Research 35 years ago. I honestly, absolutely, with total confidence, believe that now is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity for each one of you. I know that sounds a little incongruent given all the uncertainty and the challenges today, but now is the best time ever to help your local businesses. And here's why. Before this darn pandemic, the businesses in your community had a pretty darn good idea of what would be happening in the next 90 days. Because there was normalcy, there was predictability. They could take a look at, well, what did happen last September? What happened last October? And have a pretty good idea about what would be happening in the next 90 days for their business. Because once again, things were pretty stable and predictable. Well, obviously, the pandemic has destroyed that. The businesses today do not know what the next 90 days will bring. Once again, there is significant uncertainty with the businesses in terms of what's going to be happening at their particular business in terms of customers and revenue. So every business now wants, in fact, they desperately want insight, help, assistance about what's going to be happening for their business in terms of potential customers in the next 90 days, because the pandemic continues to have a dramatic impact on people's shopping patterns. And so a while back, we got an email from a publisher, and she said, you know, a shopping survey, a current shopping survey would be really helpful to our local businesses who are freaking out right now. It would help us be viewed as that trusted advisor to us there to help them during these unprecedented times. She said it just perfectly. And so, as Jason just mentioned a moment ago, we put together a survey, shopping questions, asking the same questions, frankly, your businesses would ask if they had the opportunity. A realtor would obviously ask, what are your real estate plans during the next 90 days? A furniture store, what are your furniture store purchasing plans? You know, even a legal office, do you plan to change or get a new attorney during the next 90 days? And by the way, we normally ask in the surveys in the next 12 months, but because there has been so much unpredictability and uncertainty with the pandemic, we queried our client base, and I'm proud to say we're working with over 600 publications in North America, and they said, help us help the businesses by finding out the shopping patterns for the next 90 days. That's what the businesses want. They want actionable near-term information that they can use right now for their business. So we asked your audience, both print and digital, both. We reached out to them with an email invitation, with house ads in your papers, with links on your websites, etc., Facebook posts, and asked them the questions your businesses would ask. We've got information about the next 90-day purchasing plans for your audience for over 200 business categories: retail, financial, healthcare, restaurants, home services, literally every business category you can think of. And Jason said a moment ago, you got phenomenal response. And so we broke out your Shaw, Illinois audience into two groups. One is the East group, and I've got the papers listed there on the screen, and they got almost 700 sample. And once we've done research for 35 years and done thousands and thousands of surveys, once you hit 400 completed surveys, the results do not change. We could have gotten 5,000 surveys for you, but the results would not vary, maybe 0.5% in terms of a purchasing, like might go from 10% to 10.5%. You're not going to buy a widget during the next 90 days. So you have right at your fingertips, and the great news is available right now, information for your audiences, not market, but your audiences, which makes it even more effective and compelling and actionable, because this is what your audience, combined print and digital, will be buying in the next 90 days. And over the last 6 months since this pandemic started, I've talked to many, many businesses, and they are more appreciative than ever of the media representative who shares with them, for them, the information about their business. So quick summary on the research. Pulse did a survey of your audience. We reached out to them with an email invitation, with ads in the paper inviting them to the survey, with links on your websites, Facebook, etc. And we just asked the questions a business would ask. And today we have the results of that shopping survey available to you and to your businesses. And by the way, if you have any questions, we're on a fairly tight time frame today, but let me give you my email. It's Marling, M-A-R-L-I-N-G, at paper.net. That's Marling at paper.net. If you have any questions, I'm here. along with the Pulse team to assist and support you. So let's go into now how to use this information, how to take this extremely valuable, wanted resource of shopping information for your businesses, for your furniture stores, your realtors, your car dealers, etc., and engage and share with them the opportunity for their business. The first little tool and resource we have for you is the Pulse Teaser. And here's an example. And like the name applies, it's a little tease. It's a little bit of information to get their attention. Ad reps tell me all the time they love this because it opens the door. It gets the attention of the business. Why? Because it's about and for them. So you notice in the example on the screen, what pops out? What gets your attention right away? 702. That's 702 local households who plan to use a remodeling contractor over the next 3 months. How do we get that information? It's really simple. We just take the percentage who said yes, and this is an example. 4.6% said yes, they plan to shop or use a remodeling contractor in the next 3 months, times the number of households reached. In this example here, 15,250. So 4.6% times 15,250 is 702. That's the benefit, the opportunity of your audience for, in this case, a remodeling contractor. Does that grab their attention? Absolutely. Particularly now in today's world when things are so uncertain. And so the teaser can be used on the phone. I'll show you some other examples in just a moment to get the appointment, to get their attention. Because obviously, and you see right here, would you like to know more about their plans? Because we also asked follow-up questions. So we asked relating to remodeling, what do you plan to remodel? Your bathroom, your kitchen, add a room, put in a home office. Would you like to know more? Every single time. And I've done over 2,000 four-legged sales calls over the last few years, none, recently. But the bottom line is businesses, when they're aware you've got information about and for their business, particularly today, are extremely positive, excited, and anxious to get that information. And so the teaser is kind of the intro. The next presentation we have for you that engages with information is the flyer. It's kind of like a super teaser. And here's an example of the flyer. Look at that headline. To help your business plan during uncertain times. Pulse Research asked the questions you would ask. You plan to shop at a remodeling contractor. There's the 702 again, the big benefit, the opportunity for their business category. But then the flyer takes it a step further because, as I mentioned a second ago, we also asked in your survey, what are your remodeling plans? So you can see here in this example, 5.5% said yes, they plan to remodel their bathroom. So once again, we just take the percentage from your survey who said yes, times the number of households you reach to then provide for that business the opportunity for them. This is a game changer. They absolutely love it. And by the way, why are there more households, 832 in this example, who plan to remodel their bath, which is greater than the 702 who plan to use a remodeling contractor? Well, the reason for that is a person who's planning to remodel their bath, they could do it themselves. Another person who said yes, they plan to remodel their bath might have a very handy cousin who does that type of work. And so they might use them. But what it shows here is there's 839 opportunities for remodel bath. What have we done there for a business? We're providing them with solutions, ideas on where and how they can get additional business. And by the way, in going out and using this, you're going to have a business. Oh my gosh, I should be advertising remodeling bathrooms. Now you know what to advertise. And so it is extremely, particularly in today's world, because there's so much uncertainty, it gives you and your businesses insights and specific actionable opportunities where they will advertise on a consistent basis because they see the opportunity. One of the most important tips I have for you, and that's after making 2,000 four-legged sales calls, going toe-to-toe with that car dealer, some of the tougher advertisers out there across North America. Make sure they understand it is their research. And what I mean by that, we asked real estate questions. Do you plan to change or get a new realtor? Do you plan to list a home? Do you plan to buy a home? Do you plan to buy a business property? So we did a real estate survey because we asked the questions they would ask. We also asked furniture questions. So in essence, when you're with a realtor, see, I've got some good news. I know things are tough. I know you're looking for answers, a crystal ball, and what the next 90 days will bring. We did a real estate survey. Well, what do you mean by that? We asked the same questions you would ask. You plan to change, you get a realtor, buy a home, list a home. And they immediately want to see the results of it because now you've got their attention, their engagement, because they realize the research was about and for their business category. If you go in and say Shaw Newspapers did a survey, what probably will happen is that they will think you did this survey for yourself to try and sell them something. So make sure when you pick up the phone, when you go there in person, that you share that it's their survey, a real estate survey, automotive survey, an insurance survey. That's very, very important. Okay, now I want to give you a quick overview of your Pulse sales tools. Shared with you a couple examples there, the teaser and the flyer. Here's what you have that we're going to go live and show you. And by the way, you received an email this morning from Pulse inviting you to set up your own user account. And if you did not get it, check your spam. Sometimes it goes into your spam. And if you don't find it there, please send me an email. Once again, marlene@paper.net, and we'll resend the invitation to you. So here's what you have. This is your program. This is your resource for these extremely challenging times. And by the way, as Lee Enterprises has shared with us, they are using the Pulse program, what they call the tip of the spear. No matter what you're presenting, and I totally realize and respectful of the significant range of products and services that each one of you have available and are presenting today. Lee absolutely came to the insight that every conversation, regardless what they're selling, they start the conversation with Pulse, the benefit, the opportunity for that business. So the shopping research is the foundation. Then I'm going to show you, we've got a great little prospecting tool for you. We've got a way to organize your prospects, into a specific plan of action. Show you how to create a teaser, a flyer. We've also got a great little closing tool for you. For those papers who are part of Metro Creative Graphics, built right into your Pulse program is a link to your Metro Ad Wizard program. And then we have a very simple but very useful and beneficial reporting program. So you can keep on track of and organize the presentation that you've created. And then in wrap up, we've got a Pulse training and certification program. You're going to find that there's a wide range of services and benefits in the Pulse program. It's kind of hard to come up to speed because there's such a range diversity, of benefits, services in the program. We put together a little walkthrough and certification. So now let's go live. We'll go to your site and I'll give you a little walkthrough. So you go to pulseresearch.com. And by the way, Pulse is totally mobile enhanced, meaning that on any device, anywhere, anytime, on your smartphone, you can access and engage with the businesses. So I'm logging in this afternoon as one of the ad reps in your East group. And so you are assigned, depending on your paper, to either the East group or the West group. And what's important about that? You've got your own data through your own group of papers. So right at your fingertips is the Pulse Sales Tools. You've got a little resources here for the COVID pandemic, some suggestions, some specific business categories to select. We've got some prospecting tools here for you. You can very quickly create a teaser or a flyer. And then we're going to show you the full presentation where you can present a one-page presentation that shows the opportunity for the business, but also present a consistent campaign and show that business. And this is a very, very effective thing, is how few customers they need to pay for the campaign, taking away the fear and the financial risk. Here's a direct link to our closing tool, the training and certification. And then at the bottom of your screen, every presentation that you create will be there right at your fingertips. And so that you can, on your phone, go to Pulse and then just click on the presentation, the teaser, the flyer here, and have it right on your phone to engage with that business in real time. And let me just show you right now how to put Pulse on your mobile device. You click on Help in the upper right, click on FAQ, and how can I add Pulse to my mobile device? So if you have an iPhone or an Apple device, here's the steps. If you have an Android mobile device, here are the steps. I would suggest you do that either later today or tomorrow morning. That way you'll have Pulse readily available anytime, anywhere. Let's go back to the dashboard now and take a tour and share with you, some of the specific benefits of the program. I recognize how extremely busy you are. You're juggling a lot of things. So right at the top of your Pulse program, you can put in the name of a business and immediately create a teaser or a flyer for them. So I looked up the name of a State Farm insurance agent this afternoon, Ben Voling. So I type in his name, or I could type in the name of any business. And we build in a Google query. Up will come the business, and then on a navigation dot, you just click. And right there at your fingertips, you can create a teaser, a flyer, or the one-page presentation. You can create a spec ad. You can create an account. And in a moment, I will show you the flyer and how you can create a flyer, or excuse me, a call plan, with the program. But let me show you how quickly you can do a teaser. You just put in the name, click on teaser, and because we just put in the name, we need to type in what type of business it is. And you just type in insurance, because it's insurance agency. Click on insurance here, and there you go. There's your teaser number. And so you can do this right at your desktop, and you've got the person's phone number right there, and you've got right at your fingertips the information that that business wants to know about. They are anxious to learn about the crystal ball, the future for their business during the next 90 days. Quick tip. You've got it, Shaw, multiple publications. You've got the flexibility to create a teaser specific for the audience reached by either your print or your print and digital. Just click on the editing pen here, and up will come, and remember, I'm in the East Zone. Here are the East Zone publications. So you've got the Northwest Herald print distribution, and then you've got the Herald print and digital. Pulse wants to make sure that we don't overstate. We don't duplicate households who both read your paper and go to your online version. So we have to net out any duplication. And so at your fingertips, you've got your publications, and you've got the ability to select print or combine print and net digital. We put it in households because the household is the primary buying entity, for cars, for real estate, for life insurance, et cetera, et cetera. I bet there are some products like socks that the whole household buys. But because the survey was asked, do you or your household plan to buy X? We base the projection, the value of our audience, on households. But you have in the program the ability to put in combos. And so you just type in the name here of your combo, paper A plus paper B, and what's the households reached. And you can then create a teaser or a flyer for a combination. So right now, let me just change it here to Suburban Life, Print and Web. And there's 1,048 households you reach. We're going to change or get a new insurance agency in the next 90 days. Would you like to know more about their insurance purchasing plans? And they're going to say, yeah, I want to know more. Well, right down here, by the way, when you've got the teaser loaded, you just click on getting the appointment. Let me click there. There we go. And we've got some recommended text verbiage to start the conversation, to get the appointment over the phone. Is this effective? I've gone out and been sitting right shoulder to shoulder with an ad rep who in some cases doesn't believe until they do, picked up the phone, called an insurance agent. This was up in Madison, Wisconsin, by the way. Talked about the 1,048, like you see in the example here, asked, would you like to know more about their insurance plans? Because we asked the same questions you would ask. The insurance agent was so interested, they interrupted the ad rep and said, can you come by this afternoon? And so, in summary on the teaser, it is designed for you to start the conversation, open the door. It works because it's about and for the opportunity for the business, what they're interested in. And in addition to the printed teaser, by the way, let me just click on that. You click here and it will print a 8.5 by 11 teaser that you can fold in half. And the benefit of this is you can wrap it around that sales piece that you have, that information piece you have on a special advertising promotion. Wrap the teaser around that. Get the business excited, wanting to know more, seeing the benefit of opportunity, and wrap that around your sales piece. Then the other part of the teaser is the email. And so we put together an example email for you. And you just click there, and we put together a very simple, but ad reps have told me this is very, very effective. Can you edit it? Of course. But it gives the opportunity of your audience for their business once again. So that's an overview of the teaser program. So let me click here. We'll go back to prospecting. Show you some of the other prospecting tools we have for you. Probably one of the most beneficial and popular prospecting tools is the Hot Prospects ranked by actual results. So you click here under prospecting, Hot Prospects by business type, and Pulse is able to record every time an ad rep makes a presentation for a particular business, like a real estate brokerage firm. That's automatically recorded. So when they create a teaser, flyer, one page, we automatically get that. I'm going to show you in a second the reporting. When they put in what happened, did they sell them? If so, how much was the average sale? We know the close ratio. We know the average sale. And we know how many times a business like a car dealership has been sold across the Pulse network. What ad reps like the most is the sold rank, the business categories that are most sold. This is the low-hanging fruit. So click here on sold rank, and there are, in real time, based upon the actual use and results of ad reps across North America, and there's roughly over 6,000 ad reps using the program. This is the business categories they've most sold. Here's the top 10 right at your fingertips. And by the way, you can organize this information, these business categories. So you click here on categories, and here's the apparel categories, arts and entertainment categories, automotive, beauty supply, science, etc. There's over 500 business categories right at your fingertips. But going back to my recommendation, most sold rank, let's go down here and pick one. Financial advisor, number 8 most sold across North America. Click on find. Up will come a map, a Google mashup. And by the way, you can change the zip code here to your own local zip code, or you can just type in the name, of your specific community. So you can either click on the map, you got the business, you can do a teaser, flyer, a full presentation, spec ad, or you can come over here in the left-hand rail and click on create. And now let's create a flyer, kind of a super teaser for city personal wealth management. So we click on flyer. And as fast as that, literally in under 30 seconds, you can create a flyer. Once again, you can change your audience by just clicking on the edit button. In this case, we'll click Kane County Chronicle print and web, okay? And it's updated now to the Kane County Chronicle. And the program automatically selects services. It's got some intelligence built into the program. So it selects automatically. Once you've selected the business category, financial advisor, the program selects products and services most often selected by other ad reps when they create a presentation for that business category. Can you edit it? Absolutely. And this is beautiful because on your smartphone or with the business, or if you're doing a Zoom webinar like this, you can have on your screen, just like you're seeing here, the flyer, and say to them, we asked a whole bunch of questions relating to financial management. Is there other information? Oh, I'd love to know more. You click on the editing pen and it goes right into the research. And so right at your fingertips is the information. What else would you like to know? And they see it on their screen if you're doing a Zoom webinar, or if you're there in person on your phone, and then you just click, what else would you like to know? Well, I'd like to know about, financial consulting, okay? Mortgage lines of credit, okay? 401ks, annuities, city or state bonds. They love this. You are now a incredibly valuable consultant. You just click on update, and now you've created for them their own personal business opportunity report. And so that's the flyer. Can you email it? Absolutely. Because everything Pulse does is just a web page. So you can just cut and paste the web address here, or you can click on email and it'll embed the web address of the presentation. And so you can send it to the business and engage with them. Now going back to the program, and we'll go back here to the dashboard once again. I want to quickly show you the one-page presentation. So a business said, well, that looks great. I didn't realize there were so many opportunities for remodeling bathroom. What different programs or packages do you have for me? Well, then you just click on one-page presentation. As I mentioned a moment ago, you've got the ability to create a combined teaser flyer along with a presentation. So you choose a business. There's some simple steps to go here. And I put in an account called Test Furniture Store. Okay. And then you can select an ad package or put in a package. So we put in, let's say it's a $12,000 package for 52 weeks. And change that to weeks instead of months. Okay. Leave the customer value and the 50% gross profit as is. I'll show you in just a second how you can get the business's input. And then the program will populate with some suggested products and services for that business category. You can select add more if you want, just like I showed you in the flyer a moment ago. You come down here. Oh, here it is right here. You go outdoor furniture, click on more. It's been a long day. Carpeting, or rugs. And what's neat, if you're with a business, they love this once again, because you've got their full attention because it's about and for their business, okay? And so you click finish, and now Let's say they said, well, we're not going to advertise with you because, we're on the local radio station. Well, we asked, have you responded to, an ad at a local radio station? How about going down here to other, applications? I meant to click on Facebook. There we go. Have you responded to a business Facebook offer? How about direct mail? How about real estate sites? I know if you're out there selling real estate, people say, well, I'm on Zillow. I don't need you. How about automotive sites? We asked in your survey about automotive sites. If you were to find and look for cars availability locally, which automotive sites would you go to? Okay. So Auto Trader, for instance, is one of them listed. And so in summary, what it does is it gives you the benefit to show them what they're missing if they're not also advertising with a Shaw publication. A lot of businesses want to know, what's my return on investment? So it's a $12,000 campaign. So a 5-time return on investment, 5 times 12,000 is 60,000. Okay. So put in 60,000. I'd also select add readership. And those are the steps. The one page, you get the ability to set up with more detail your own presentation. The others, the teaser flyer is designed for very fast speed to get engagement. This is designed to sell. So it's got the big number, the opportunity for the business. It has the products and services that are opportunity. But look at this. It shows them how few customers they need to pay for the campaign. Here's why I suggest on your phone or even on the piece of paper is get their input, their customer value, their gross profit. Okay, so the campaign, I guess I typed in that wrong. I meant to type in 12,000. So $12,000 campaign, 52 weeks, you ask them. We want to personalize this. What is your customer value? Well, my customer value, a new household, is $2,500. They'd spend $2,500 over a year's time. We know you have to pay for the furniture, your cost of goods, before paying for the ads. So what's your cost of goods? Well, about 65%, okay? If you make about $875, 35%, yeah, that's about right. Look at that. You only need 14 customers, just 14 customers to pay for the campaign. That's a little over 1 a month. Do you think with this level of consistency with our print and digital programs, you're going to get at least 14 out of the thousands of households we reach? You're going to shop at a furniture store? I've had so many businesses say to me, well, that's a no-brainer. Of course I will. And you just made a sale. Lee Papers have told us this is one of the most effective tools because it helps the business realize there's no risk and helps them very quickly say yes. But what if a business, I don't think I'll get 14. They're ornery, you've met them. Well, what do you think is the absolute minimum number of customers you're going to get? Absolute minimum. Well, I think the absolute minimum customers I get will be 6. Okay, 6 customers. Okay, 6 over 12 months. Well, look at that. At their worst case scenario, 6 customers at $875 each, their net customer, they just agreed to a $5,200 campaign. This is a very effective tool and resource for you to quickly break through, get the conversation away from price, away from cost, because businesses, frankly, more than ever, because of these uncertain times, are worried about their budget. And now, right on the front page, you've got a link to the closing tool. So you could just be on your phone, and I showed you a second ago how to set it up on your phone. There's a big P. You just click on the P on your phone, click on closing tool, and up comes the closing tool that you just fill in the blanks with the business. 12,000, okay? Campaign. Show my typing skills, okay? What's your customer value? 2,000, okay? What's your cost of goods? 63%. You only need 17 customers. Simple and as fast as that, right on your phone. The next thing I want to show you, and we're getting close to the time I promised Jason here, is the Pulse Training and Certification Program. I would encourage you to take the Pulse training. It's really simple. There's about 13 sessions, and each session, and so you just click on, yes, I want to start the training, okay? And that way it'll set it up for you. Each one of the sessions has a 3 to 5 minute video along with some real world training assignments like prospecting. Listen to the video and then find 3 prospects, in the hot prospects, etc. Okay? And so in summary, the training and the certification program will be very helpful for you to come up to speed on your Pulse program. The last thing I'd like to review for you is the training program. So right at the bottom of your screen is every presentation you've created. So if you're out there with the business, you just, once again, click on the P on your phone, go to the bottom of your Pulse page, click on one page, and there with the business, you've got the presentation, okay? Now going back to the home page, I quickly want to show you the call planner program. I just recognized I did not share that with you. So let's go back to the hot prospecting, okay? And if I might, we'll do this. We'll click here on, well, let's click on real estate brokerage firms. This creates a call list, a prospect list. So you've selected a business category, you've selected find, and look at this, you just click on call, add to call planner, add to call planner, add to call planner, add to call planner. And then you come up here on the top of your dashboard, click on call planner, and you will have your own individual prospect list. And so I added some earlier today, and with the businesses I just added, and then you can put in the activity. You just click on activity. I made an in-person call. It was a cold call. It was new business. I presented print and digital. Okay, what's my next action? Spec ad. I'm going to do a contract. What's the date? Next Friday, the 11th. And I'm going to add it to my Google Calendar. And it's as simple and as fast as that. And by the way, on the call planner, you can put a list of prospects, a specific category like insurance agents. Click, click, click. Add about 5 or 6 insurance agencies on your call plan. And look at that. You just scroll down and view the teaser, view the flyer. And then you've got it right at your fingertips to make the phone call. So back to the reporting program, if I might. So back here to the home page. And on the bottom of the home page, once again, is the list of presentations you've created. Notice the little icons. The door opener is the flyer. The little words is the teaser. And the one-page presentation is the one page here. And so you just come over here on the right, and with the flyer, the door opener, you click here, and you mark it as engaged. I engaged with the flyer. When did you engage with the flyer? The day of the 9th. You just set the date. Simple as that. And you get credit and points for engaging with the flyer. And then the other way in the reporting is you come up here to reporting. And right at your fingertips will be all of the presentations you've created. You come over here to the navigation dots again. This time we're going to mark it as sold. Okay, you put in the date you sold it, the day of the 9th. Click on set. Okay. Oh, I need to put in the sale value, 12,000. And it's a new sale. You can split it up between new and renewal. We're going to need to put in the presentation date. So I click yes. We presented on the 9th also. And it's as simple as that. And so that's an overview of the reporting program. I know I've covered a lot in the last 45 minutes, but I would encourage you to go to the Pulse training and certification program. So in summary and in closing, once again, I want to thank you for the opportunity to get together today. And one very simple best practice recommendation. And this came from Lee Newspapers. They call it 1, 2, 3. Number 1 is engage with the business with the opportunity, the value of your audience for them. They call that the tip of the spear. You start with the tip of the spear. What's in it for the business? Then number two is then share with them the specific campaign proposal that you have. First, get their attention, get them excited, get them interested. Then we have a consistent program to reach these 4,000 households who are going to shop at a furniture store. And then number three is with the break-even calculator, show them with them so they realize how few customers they need to pay for the campaign. That'll take away the financial risk and the fear and significantly increase your close percentage. So remember, 1, 2, 3. If Pulse can help in any way, email us at support, SUPPORT, at pulseresearch.com. And my email, by the way, is Marling, MARLING, Marling at paper.net. So on behalf of Pulse, I want to thank you so much again for the opportunity to get together. We appreciate it very, very much. Jason, thank you, and I'll turn it back over to you.
John, thank you very much. It's awesome. This tool really gets me excited. I think this is a game changer. I hope everybody feels the same way. We'll obviously talk a lot more about this. And the timing for the program that we're going to kick off next, I think this is going to be a really strong tool. And John, you'll be able to forward me the link to this recording so I could share it with the team?
Yeah, I will. And I will make you the host right now, unless there's anything else you'd like to go over with me.
That would be it. And once I share that with everybody else, I'll also share your email and your team support email and all that stuff. So thanks, John. Really appreciate it.
Okay, thank you, everybody. And I'm making you the host. Thank you, Jason.
Thanks. Oh,
there you go.
I'm there? All right. Well, all right, cool. Thank you. All right, everybody. Here, let me share my